viewers, we had a little technical difficulty, so we are back and we are hoping that people can find us and hop back on. Oh my goodness, like I said, it was raining here, and so I don't know. Would that be the problem? I'm not really sure. Welcome if you are here and you can find us again. It's Tuesday, June 21st, and it is actually 10:09 a.m. Mountain Time, and we hope that everyone can find us again. We are so excited to be here because we are going to be working with a super simple card, and we think you're really going to like it. We are going to be making this super simple card, and we are going to be making it 3 different ways. So we're going to take this card, we're going to change it up 3 different ways, just very simple things that you can do when you really just need that card to get it to someone that you love, a friend, family, and we are going to show you how to do that. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. Okay, here we are. Let's get busy with our 3 different cards. Now, first I want to share with you, oh my goodness, this is beautiful, beautiful DSP. This is my new obsession. I love this paper. It's called Ring of Love, and it's going to be actually in the Saleabration Catalog. You get it free when you order $50, but look at this. This is what we're going to be using to make our card. Is that not beautiful? Oh my goodness. Now, do you ever get tired of flowers? You know, everything's flowers, and of course I love stripes, but look at all these cards. At first I wasn't going to get it because it showed the wood, but then I thought, you know what? Look at all the colors. Look at those beautiful colors. Look at the mushrooms, and look at how many coordinating colors you can use with this. So many pretty colors. And we have our checks, love it. We have a little bit of grass and so forth. Look at this. We have our fall colors. I'm just loving this. Okay, now I want you to look at this beautiful paper. Look at that. Don't those birds look like they're watercolored? Oh, I love those birds. And then look at this paper. I guarantee you we're going to be making a card out of this paper. So this is what we're using today. We just had a strip of this paper left over. And how many of you have strips? Everybody has 2-inch strips, right? So let's go ahead and make our first card. This is the same design template, but we're just changing a few slight little things. So the first thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and cut an 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I want to remind you, we will place all those measurements over on our website. All you have to do is click on my blog. Okay, so we're going to turn this card landscape just like this. And we have cut, well, actually we had 2 strips. We picked a coordinating color, and this first one, we're not doing anything special. We're just going to lay this down, but you're going to see it makes a beautiful card. So let's go ahead and get that. Well, darn, I didn't need to buy that microphone. I actually got a new iPad, so this new iPad probably works a little better. Okay, we just laid down that base mat. And now we're simply going to bring in this strip of paper and just lay it right across. And you can tell already it's starting to look so pretty. Look at the back of that paper. Those are those trees that you could, oh my goodness, that could be a very masculine card, right? Or a Christmas card or a fall card. We're going to go ahead and lay this down. And there we have it right there. Okay. Now you can see I've punched out 2 circles. And it took a long time to find the right circles that we wanted to use because this is going to hold your sentiment. So it needs to be big enough, right? So let's just move that to the side, and I'm going to bring in this wonderful sentiment. Now look at the sentiments I'm working with. I'm working with celebrating you and special moments. Oh, I have some real favorites in these stamp sets. And one of them is, "You are on my mind and in my heart." Don't you love that saying? Now we're going to go ahead and use spruce on this, shaded spruce. So let's go ahead and get this. And we just posted some shorts yesterday on exactly how to stamp your card. And one of them was tap, tap, tap. We can just see that we have it tap, tap, tap. You want to make sure and not rock. Don't rock your stamp set, and that will give you a very clean stamp. And just hold it down so that you can get that ink transfer, right? Oh, yes, and there we have it. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I am going to bring in some dimensionals and put this right on the back of this circle. So now we're going to bring this in, and I'm simply going to add it right here. And I want to go ahead and add some dimensionals. So here is our card. This is our first card. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in the center, the inside sentiment mat, and just lay that down. And we have our first card. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we are going to create card 2. So our next card, we are going to use our strips. We have lots of strips. So here we have a card, just your typical base card, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And once again, we are going to lay down our mat on the very front. But this time, before we do that, we're going to use some DSP, and we're going to cover the entire front. This is our second technique that you can use with these super simple cards. Just add your DSP over the front of your card, and now you have changed it completely, right? We are going to lay down our white mat right here. And then we are going to add strips. So we've added 2 changes to this card. We've laid our DSP, and we are going to lay down strips. Now, we cut a smaller mat, just like we did before. So we're going to put this to the side, and we are going to bring in our strips. Now, you can go ahead and put glue right here over half of it, and we'll just start laying down our strips. Our scissors that are coated so that this glue doesn't hurt it, and we're just going to go ahead and cut that off right at the edges. And you want to make sure you dedicate a pair of scissors, right, for something like this, because you don't want to get glue on your other scissors that you might use to cut out images and so forth. So look at that. So now we are just simply going to move this out of the way. We're going to add this to the front of our card. And now we have changed 2 aspects of this one, right? We are simply adding the strips down right to that mat. And now we're going to bring in our beautiful circles. We are going to stamp with our Blackberry Bliss, and this time we're bringing in, oh my goodness, this one that says wonderful on it. So once again, we're going to tap, tap, tap. I'm going to make sure I have enough ink on there, and we're simply going to put this right in the middle. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. And we're adding this right to the top. We're going to put it on dimensionals again. So go ahead and just line up those dimensionals and add this to the front. We're going to put it on some more dimensionals. We're going to raise that up. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that right there. Now we need to add the inside card. And we have our second card. This super simple card, all we changed was the DSP on the front and our strips on this mat. But how cute is that? Okay, we're moving on to our third and final card. This time, we're going to use an embossing folder. And we are using that beautiful paper that I showed you. So let's go ahead and run this through the embossing folder. Okay, now we have this beautiful design on the front of our card. And we're just going to go through the same process. We are going to lay this down on our card. Really push it down because this is a 3D embossing folder. Look how pretty that looks. I will list all the supplies below this video. And now we're simply going to add the cardstock on the inside so that you can add your sentiment. You could add more pictures. Now on this one, in addition to this embossing, we've decided to add 3 circles. So we're going to go ahead and lay down the first circle on top of the base mat. So let's get that laid down. And there's barely a hint of color, but it is so pretty. And now we're going to use our Night of Navy, and we are going to stamp that on this beautiful color. And remember, don't rock it because you don't want any lines around your saying. And there we have it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add this up on dimensionals. And we are going to add this right to the front of our card. Oh, I'm loving this card. So pretty. Now let's just add this right to the front. And let's look at our 3 cards that we created today. Here is just our super simple, very easy. There's really nothing added other than our scrap that we added here. Then we moved on to adding some more difficulty, right? We just simply added the DSP on the front and we took some scraps and put that right on our strip right in the front. And then finally, our third technique was to simply emboss this sheet and add these colors to the front. What do you think about those cards? Aren't they gorgeous? We absolutely love them. What an interesting class, right? Here are our 3 cards. I don't know about you, but I love this design. So pretty. So pretty. We just appreciate everybody hanging with us. If you were watching the rebroadcast, leave us a comment below. Be kind. It's not our fault that we have technology problems. We want everyone to go out and make it a fantastic day. Try creating these super simple cards using these 3 techniques. We think you're really going to like it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.